Right. This is nerve-wracking standing up here, especially on this like stage that we've just clobbered together. But firstly, I want to say thank you for such a big year after we said we weren't going to do anything new. I'm going to try and enjoy this a little bit because normally I don't really get a minute to like actually soak in all the stuff that we end up doing or all the events that all the different clubs and everything like that. And as you can see from the wall, it's quite like that's quite a journey for me from making the first jersey to where it is now. And I was putting that up this morning, I was like super proud because we've done quite a bit. And until you actually see it out in front of you, I think you don't really appreciate how big Outlands has actually grown. So Outlands, what is Outlands now? There's 310 Strava members. There's 178 in the esports Zwift club, where we're pretty close to getting a jersey in the game, which has helped me at work, to be honest. There's 72 paid members in the community. There's 10 chats. There's 5 ride leaders. There's 3 clubs. Each have their own personality and their own language, and people who are in multiple can appreciate how hard it is to deal with both clubs with the same message, because Outlands and Coffee Club are just completely different. There's 2 to 3 admins, and this time of year there's a partridge in a pear tree. So, who said things that people have said this year as well? I've wrote a few down as we went. This will be the best club in the world. That was me at the start of the year. But it did us pretty well at the time. One of the most recognised clubs in the UK, that was Pariah. That wasn't actually me, but I was there when they said it, which was good. Outlands always put on a good show. That was Muckle. So again, this is like quite a heritage club in the northeast. People look up to Muckle as number 1, and for them to say that, I thought that was really, really cool. Has to be one of the best clubs in the north by now. That was Lauren, who's my biggest critic. So I'm going to take that as a win. And Outlands set a new standard of how a race should be run. That was Kyle in the NTR blog, but still he put it out there, and I thought I was really, really kind. So how did everybody find us? I asked this on the memberships. We get some funny things back by now. Definitely people that are in year 3. So Spoonie always writes, slow at first. So Spoonie was quite a catch at the time, and he quite likes to remind us. But I added up 92% of people found us on Instagram, which is not a surprise because that's what we've sort of targeted all the time. But it's good to know that it actually works, and all the time that we put into the Instagram, especially since 2023, where we started to do professional photos and take it a bit more seriously. It's definitely moved the club on from being the poor relation of Pariah, where there was a few clubs, to now definitely the flagship club and sort of micro brand that we've got. As the club's grown and different people have come in to play and different people have helped last year and now they're not here, and few people have helped with different things in different parts, and it's so big now that I definitely can't do it all by myself, and I definitely don't have to now. There's like a core group of people that I'll turn to for different advice on different things. But more so than most, which I want to give her a moment, is Beck, because when Dean introduced us to this like ADHD weird kid at Fausto's, I didn't for a second think that this would be the person that would help push Outlands to where it is now. So since
well done, Beck.
Yeah, well done, Beck. Well, but also thanks to the ride leads that are here as well, because we have Coffee Club has arms and legs and it's too big to even comprehend and try and guess what everybody wants to do. So we have some ride leads that take on the brunt of organising rides. We have like a bit of a steer group where I'll go to them for ideas or sense check things with them. It's Adam, Agnes, Paul Green, who's not here, Dean, who's not here, me and Beck, that's in that group. So a quick round of applause for everybody else that hasn't had it. Femmes was born off the back of Beck, really. I'd always wanted to have a Femmes team, and Lara joined, and I was like, free kit, membership, come on a club night, come racing, like them other people that I spoke about. But that isn't what got it off the ground. Beck came along, I just want to do like a coffee club version for women. It's a safe place, and Beck did it. I just designed the jersey and said, oh, well, this is how I set up Outlands, and we just use that loose structure, and it's grew arms and legs as well. So everybody wants to be in Femmes now. Every woman that I spoke to wants to be in Femmes, and it's unlocked this Michael quoted, it's unlocked a level that everybody else really wants but can't get to, and he's bang on. It has. Nobody else has got a Femmes team. We said it would be the year of the Femmes, and it took a few months to get. Well, it was around last year. It took a few months to get off the ground this year, but literally, we're inundated with people that want to join Femmes. It's been unbelievable, to be fair, and something that I'm super proud of. The clubs together, we've done a lot of events take over. It seems like we take over every event that we get to in numbers. So there was a few Velo 29 ones at the beginning of the year. There was one in Dalton, which everybody was bringing me gloves because I needed gloves. And then I was ditching people's gloves for better gloves when they turned up, and it was fantastic. And I took Warren's gloves in the end, but I did drop one, and I thought, I'm not going back for that. Here's your other one. So I'd like to return the glove. I think it was like March or something, and I remember me and Michael were going full gas, and I dropped the glove, and he was like, leave it. And I was like, that's not my glove. And he was like, leave it. And I was like, all right, I'll just leave it. So I'll get you a new pair of gloves, but that's the other one. That's the other one if you want it back. We then went to Bamborough, there was so many people there. And in all the different bands of races that we did, there was like an army of Outlands. So that was really cool. The Dirty Reaver was another one. It's quite hard to get a ticket for Dirty Reaver, as you'll know, but that was unbelievable. We had Beck was the poster girl there. There was a big group of us there the night before having pizza. People were sleeping in cars, caravans, everything that you've got to do to get a Dirty Reaver ticket. But yeah, idiots were in cars. Wise people had caravans. But yeah, it was cool. We were going to a big event that everybody up and down the country goes to, and we had a bit of a squad there as well, so it was pretty good. We had coffee club jerseys, Outlands jerseys, Femmes jerseys, everything. With the ride, Sunderland shop ride was really good. We had a good turnout for that. That's obviously done us well in terms of, well, it's done me well. It's got me a job, but it's got Beck a job as well. So thanks very much for that. That was great. Thanks very much. That was great. The wheel sucker, we went out on our own to do our own paperboy. I asked Backyard if they wanted help because I was scared that no one would turn up. We had 65, I think it was, on the start line from all different clubs. It worked really well. We had pizza and coffee, and it wasn't too labour intensive in terms of on the day. And we'll definitely do that again. The hill climb. Now, we did the hill climb last year, which I won, which was great. And everybody got the hype train about our own hill climb and how it was, but it was just an inter-club one, and I think a lot of people forgot that. I think a lot of people forgot that it was just us on the hill that day. I can't remember how many people did it, but it seemed really busy. So when Nick had came to the idea that we would do it on the CTT hill climb calendar, and I was a little bit nervous about that because they take it very seriously, and I do not like rules. So the first event went really well, but by the time we got to the second event, we were a year on, and we had people booked from Leeds, people from Nottingham, people messaging me like, I'm wearing a pink jersey just so I feel like I fit in. Like, this is going to be the best hill climb on the calendar. Like, some of the messages people were sending were like, I was like, don't believe the hype. It was unbelievable, and the pressure that came like got to us a little bit on the day, because I was thinking, everybody's saying this is going to be the best hill climb on the calendar. We've never done one. Like, I've only competed in one, so like, how is it going to be the best? And that pressure built and built and built, but boy, did we deliver. Everybody came. There was like Trina, in the club. You were there helping out on the day. Sarah and Elle were sorting the catering, because, like I said, I'd done one hill climb, but I didn't know what the catering was, but they were passionate that it was bad. So they were like, right, what's the budget? We came in with like 4 birthday cakes or something. Like, the CTT lady was leaving with like a full birthday cake, and I was like, this is the best I've ever seen. Like, it was the best spread that season. Yeah. I'll have to take your word for it, because I was too scared to race on any others. But we did everything. We've got our own tent. It was a grim day, and there was people from all over the country there, and that like properly did us proud. So yeah, what's some of the people? Sorry, I wrote them down. Can't believe I'm missing the best hill climb on the calendar by nationals. Unbelievable. You got 75 signed up. This is going to be epic. This is all the week leading up to. Even our memorial ride got less than that. I'm wearing a pink jersey for our hill climb, just to feel part of it. Outlands always put on a good show. Don't believe the hype. The other things that we've gone on to do this year, which, like last year, I remember saying, let's just not do anything new. But I can't remember what we did last year. It seems like totally overshadowed by this year, because then we've went on to start our own foundation with the charity. So instead of just raising money for multiple charities, we've now got a foundation with one, which is Outlands Movement. I know I asked you all what we should call it, and called it something else, but I did ask. That's been unbelievable, and that will continue to be one of the biggest things that we do. And when I tell people about that, when I talk to sponsors now, they don't want to know about Outlands North. They want to know about Femmes, Coffee Club, charity, and those 3 things that we've built in the last like 18 months to 2 years is unrivaled by any running club, rowing club, any club that you want. Nobody else has their own foundation and stuff like that. And it's something, again, I'm very proud of. We've got a new title sponsor for next year, which is Ride Sunderland, which they said they'll sponsor us on an annual basis for the next 5 years. So there's a really good monetary value in that as well. But also, he doesn't want it to be called Outlands Ride or anything like that. He just wants to call Outlands, as it were, just to like, just let it be what it is. And the affiliation will grow, and the things that we'll do over the next few years will show that we're a partner with Ride Sunderland. Each club has its own highlights, so we're going to get to the awards now. It's the fun bit. You've listened to me drone on. So we're going to go ladies first. So we're going to do the Outlands Femmes. So for each club, I've wrote like a few moments for each, and then we've got the three awards for each. So moments for Femmes were being poster girl at Dirty Reaver. Didn't even know about it, to be fair. But we turned up, and there was a lot of women there on a women-led ride. And I think that was like kind of the start of it all. We've done multiple events takeovers on the Velo 29 and Wild Deer and CTT. We could talk about the mechanical all day, because this was something that I was trying like not to get people caught up on. But when one of you's got a mechanical and it took 6 of you to woo a man to fix it, it wasn't good for the narrative, I'll be honest. The hill climb was, again, unbelievable. I thought we did a really good job, to be fair, although I put you on the catering. There was a lot of turnout for women on the day. It was represented with that jersey. Like, some of the photos were great. We used Femmes for the main picture on all of the promotion. We did a test with 3, so it was Coffee Club, Femmes, and the Femmes one was night and day how well that did. So I think everybody's buying into the idea of it, and it's certainly boosted the club all around just through things like that. So yeah, thanks for the hill climb. That was unbelievable. The last thing is the high fashion that they started with the turning up to events in jerseys and jeans. Femmes jersey, jeans, we're in. The commitment is unparalleled. But awards. So we have three awards for each. We've got the advocate. So this is the person that has not done the most, but like stood out for supporting the brand the most, supporting the club the most, boosting it as much as they can to everybody that we can. And I spoke to somebody about the hill climb, and she said, I love the Femmes. I spoke to one of them, and it sounded like she'd die for Outlands. And I was like, all right, what did she look like? She had bleached blonde hair. It was Elle. It was very obvious who it was, but unfortunately, she's had to go, and she's totally ditched us tonight. So winning the advocate prize is pretty low, to be honest. But yeah, we'll give her a prize when we see her. But Elle won the best advocate for Outlands Femmes. So round of applause anyway. The ride of the year. So this is all voted for by the clubs. Ride of the year. This was very impressive, to be fair. So the advocate won some hip lock stuff here. The ride of the year won a £50 gift voucher, and it was somebody who turned up to a CTT event, came second straight away, dusted most of the TT bikes bar one. It was Sarah. You want to go up the stairs? I feel like you need... Yeah, you have to go up the stairs. No, I'm not getting in the house. Jesus. So, not to be outshined by any of the other clubs, we've got a gold jersey. Everybody wants the gold jersey. It was a joke the first year, but here we are. So the gold jersey was voted for by the people in the club, and this was for people who stand out, who put themselves first before everybody else, who's judged the best rider and the best all round person in the group. And I think it's pretty obvious who won. Well done, Rebecca. Well done, Tess. I did pick you.
Hate you so much.
That jersey's lush, by the way. As with everything, Coffee Club showed up. Every event, like I think 2 weeks ago or last week or something, we had a ride booked, and then there was a storm, and we all just came down and had coffee in that anyway. Like, no offense, but we wouldn't get that in Outlands North. Like, no way. And it shocked me because everybody's so kind, and everybody's been down here, and Coffee Club are nice people compared to North. And and I just want to like take a moment to appreciate them, to be fair. The segments of the week have been firing off, so that got pretty competitive at one point, to be fair. Paul Jenkinson, but he's not here, so let's just put his name out there. But the progression of everybody is phenomenal. So we have to have the inclusive ride now, where you can turn up and you can bring any bike or whatever it is, because the club has moved on so much. So when we first started, everyone was that, and we'd just go slow as whatever. But now the core group of people have really pushed on, and they're like they're a year down the line now, and it's that at that stage in the club timeline where matching speeds is really hard. It's even harder in Coffee Club, but everyone's so nice. They wait for each other, which is like new to me. Jonathan's not here, but we'll FaceTime in a minute. For riding through the night to get the wheel sucker, and then trying to ride home as well. That's just absolutely mental. I think I think he bought a lot of respect by that ride, pre-wheel sucker. Mentioned to the OAP club that's forming that I've been told I can't join. So, grey jersey inbound apparently, a silver jersey inbound. No, but it's a lot of fun. Me and Paul and John rode a couple of weeks ago in Leeds, and that was one of my favourite rides of the year. It's just you just don't get that with any other club, to be fair, or any other ride that I've been on. It was a really good day. Kev isn't here either, but Kev's socks unbelievably is a highlight of the year because he's gone on and on and on about this socks. I think he had to buy 3 pairs in the end because he just latches onto something in the group and then he just keeps bringing it up and bringing it up and bringing it up. But yeah, so Kev's pushed through a lot of kit for Coffee Club. Now it comes in 2 colours, gilet, long sleeve, winter, bib tights, socks. Have I missed anything? This was like the inclusive ride that we'll do once a month. Here we are. They've got everything in 2 colours. We've had a few Hokey Cokey members, so they're in and they're out, and then they're back in again. But let's not waste too much time on them. The coffee morning, which I've already mentioned, that meant a lot to me because we just opened this place. The coffee club still put the ride on, still turn up, and like there was about 10 of us here sitting having coffees and everything like that. That's a huge, huge support of what we're trying to do here. And yeah, that just meant a lot. So the awards, we've got the biggest advocate of Outlands, which he's only been here a few months and he's not here tonight. Another advocate not here, unbelievable. But we'll let him off because he doesn't live in the area, because it has to be Craig. We put it in for a vote in the ride Leeds, and I think everybody voted for Craig. So Craig lives in Derby. He came up and did the hill climb 6 times on the day. He's got an Outlands tattoo now. He wants to move up here. He shouts about it every time. Sometimes I'll see a post that he's talking to somebody else on Instagram, and I'll see it. And he's like talking about how good Outlands is and how he'd die for Outlands and how he signed his dad up. Like, he just loves it. And he, like, I don't know, he appreciates it so much. So clearly there's nothing like this around there either. But I think he's a worthy winner. So let's give him a round of applause anyway. And was another one that wasn't, didn't take much doing, to be fair. There was a few nominations because there is some good rides that go in now, but this was a standout across the whole community, I think. And I don't think enough people give him a pat on the back, at least for this ride. So it was 2,149 kilometers. Total psycho territory. But boy, did it look like a good trip. So round of applause for Michael. That was wide the whole community now. The gold jersey for Coffee Club, Warren won it last year. He was the inaugural winner. So he's passing on the baton, but I didn't give him the heads up to do a speech, so I'll just do it. This person, it really embodies what we're trying to do. This person, we've all been calling him the comeback kid because although he broke his arm, he was still at every event. Every event. Comes to 24-hour, broken arm, no problem. He's here. He's rode with us. He's been down this calf God knows how many times. It was a well-deserved winner. We had like a short list of 3 maybes, and this person everybody vouched for in the group. I can't even put into words how happy this makes me feel that you've won this, mate. John Dutson. The biggest advocates for this is quite hard to win. There was a lot of people votes, to be fair. I think we tipped it by 1 vote, but I want to give a few mentions out. Post the winner. This guy throws himself into Outlands and really commits to everything. I can text him in the middle of the night and ask for something, and he'd be like, yep, and straight back. And I know his partner gets very jealous. So I think it's pretty obvious that the winner of the Advocate of the Club, voted by people in the club, was Paddy.
Hello, what?
I'm not saying all again.
Didn't stop following them though. Come down with
My phone's full now. I didn't think you were going to waffle on for 45 minutes.
Come down one step after the other.
I don't know. Special day out.
Turns out he would have hit blood last year and he doesn't want the prize.
Welcome.
But I don't someone else can have it. I'm an advocate.
One nomination was Hardy and Buns, 1,000 kilometres. It was unbelievable. Buns shouldn't be pulling his bike out of the garage and doing that at all, but he did. Hardy, as we know, is a seasoned vet, but they did 1,000 kilometres in 40 hours, which is nasty. Like, give this to the person who I think was a bit nervous on the day and didn't expect himself to be there. And it was Adam Dunn. Well done, mate. Which leaves one more thing. We'll sort the bands that we all compete for another time. I need to ask Martin which one he won first. I know he's been making a spreadsheet of what he's been doing, and I need to ask Paddy which one he thinks he's won as well, because the pair of them have been keeping track of shit all year. There's a few bands that he won, but we'll sort that another time. But there was obviously the gold jersey for Outlands is quite sought after. Dunn won it last year, and then me. And I put everything in to try and win in that, so I know what it's like. But with the majority vote, I think a lot of us can guess who it's going to be. His first year with Outlands, he's done an Everesting, he was on Ride of the Year, he hosted the hill climb and pushed us to do the hill climb, he spearheaded the attack on the racing scene and get credibility. He's another person who I could text anytime and get some help from, to be fair. He's been down here more than anybody that I know. Can anybody guess who it is? Well-deserved winner is Nick Munro. Well done, mate. That's it for the awards and for me blabbering on. Sorry, pal.